Hello and let's see, does that work? Hello and welcome back to Smack It with the Book. Let's go into chapter 4 and enter some Yithian territory. So technically, before setup, or at least before drawing opening hands, we're supposed to search our deck for all unique item assets, which means I'm going to search my deck for all unique item assets. Oh no, I was searching my deck and I had a shocking discovery, which I'm pretty sure triggers here when you search your deck. Yeah, it is. So I'm actually able to keep all my unique items, but just to make that clear, it doesn't matter too much, because obviously the core of our strategy is broken, which also means Necronomicon, it's not unique. Dream Diary, it's not unique. Hallowed Mirror, also not unique. Mr. Rook is not an item, and the segments of Onyx aren't unique. It's just dependent, but dependent is not in our play area or in our player deck, so it doesn't matter anyways. What we would lose is the Expedition Journal, which literally matters absolutely zero. It's just 2 icons. And the Relic of Ages, which is nice 3 icons, so at least there's that. So what we are going to do is start with an encounter card. Actually, let me just look through setup here, because I'm not quite sure how the interaction works. Haven't had that pop up yet. Setting up the game. Okay, let's see. Take trauma, assemble, and shuffle investigators decks. So it is before drawing opening hands, which means it's right before step 8. There is no encounter deck yet, because we are doing it at step 9, right? Let's just have a look. Gather all cards. Okay, I believe we don't draw an encounter card. Just going to make sure. But anyways, I'm just going to go ahead with my mulligan. Let's see. We don't need... Oh, we had a choice here, I think. We are going to resist captivity. Yeah, 1 clue versus 1 enemy. No, I'm going to resist captivity. And Hello there! Next devil plays. So that goes away, obviously. We don't really need that, but it might be nice to have an early enemy solution. Cryptic research is just straight up good to have in the opening hand. We don't have rook yet, so I believe quick thinking and 3 aces are on the chopping block. I'm just going to... Yeah, Foreshroud actually works with crack the case. Would I want to keep perception for that? What are the tokens here? We have -1, 5 or more cards. Oh, that's going to be a -3 pretty much all the time. -2, if you fail, place 1 clue on your location, and -3. If you fail, discard 1 random card from your hand. Okay. So 3 is the threshold we want to match here. I think I'm going to mulligan that as well. I think I want to keep Relic though. So 4 cards it is. And that's looking okay. And there's our Mandy. Okay, yeah. Yeah, just got an answer. Yeah, it is indeed correct that there's no encounter deck yet, so I'm just going to go with that, even though that's pretty much a freebie there. And this thing is over here. So now we're assembling the encounter deck, and we're going to go ahead. With our first turn, I believe. 5. Oh yeah, the relic is actually part of the deck because I don't get rid of my unique items. Shocking Discovery cancels the search, so I still have Relic and Expedition Journal in the deck. Which is probably something that might get errated somehow, but we had already a new FAQ, and still works that way. And bonus, our little bonus here is that Shocking Discovery instructs us to draw an encounter card, or the top card of the encounter deck, but as per the search from, where is it? Because I've got the question here. Before drawing opening hands, there it is. We search our deck before drawing opening hands, which is right before step 8 of setting up our game. And we go through scenario instructions, which is weird, but Matt said it that way. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and draw an encounter card anyways, even though per the rules I wouldn't, because there shouldn't be an encounter deck yet, even though that's the second bullet point here. But I think I want to honor Shocking Discovery here. And we're going to start with an Obscuring Fog. Okay. So, first things first, let's draw some cards. Okay. Then I believe we can't put Item Essence into play. Which means we are just going to idle around. Just aimlessly trying things. Do I want to get rid of the relic here? Do I want that clue as much? Or do I just draw cards, start moving around? Yeah, actually my first action is just going to be a draw a card. Perception, okay, so I know what I'm going to try next. Do I want to try perception? I'd be at 6, 7. I need 2 icons. So that would still not be enough. My second action is going to be draw a card. It's a pendant, a segment. And then I'm going to go ahead and investigate. Let me see, do I have... Oh, I have two dream enhancing ceremonies, so that's fine. Do I want to parlay? Actually, I'm going to go ahead and parlay here. So I'm at 2. I'm at 6. I'm at 7 against 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards in hand. So I might as well commit a segment. What would I want to keep? And do we have a -4? We have a -5. Yeah, might as well commit segment and 3 aces or not. Or do I want to try and investigate? I'm just still a bit unsure here because we can't play items. So this is essentially blank and this is essentially blank. I would have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, up by 3. Elder Sign, which is draw 1 card. Not even optional. Cold Evidence. What a waste. Draw another card for Perception. And deal with this parlay test. If you succeed, remember that you interviewed a subject. Yeah, I just did that. Draw a card. Gain a resource. And discard some cards. 1, 2, 3. I think I want to keep 3 aces. 4. Yeah, that sounds about right. 1 doom. And encounter cards. Frozen in Fear. Oh, that's a bit annoying. So I don't think I plan to move. First action is probably just going to be draw a card. There we have it, a Necronomicon. We can't put that into play, unfortunately. A greedy setup for the... Yeah, why should I do anything else? The only thing I want to do is reveal the card, reveal some things, and do those tests, because once I'm able to play items again, I'm just going to get all clues anywhere from the map. I'm going to play Knowledge is Power, use my Necronomicon to discover this clue, and I'll show you what is greedy, because I'm going to crack the case. That sounds more greedy here. Let's see what we can do here. Second action is actually second and third action. I'm just going to move. Okay, and I'm going to take the Frozen Fear test. Yeah, just take it. -1 doesn't work. Upkeep, draw a card, gain a resource. Lovely, Mr. Rook. Fewest cards in hand. Okay, we have an enemy. We have something to do. Now I'm going in to the edge of my seat because... Oh, actually he has aloof. Why do I care? Actually, him having aloof is bad for me. He's aloof. Yeah, he is aloof, so I can't even... Okay, my plan was attack him up by 4, probably up by 5, committing like something, and then kill him, but I guess he's aloof. If he's aloof, I'm just going to play Mr. Rook then. Come on. Let's make that a bit nicer here. Nah, there we go. Use Mr. Rook for 9 cards. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to double up pawn, so I have another secret here, and I think Pathfinder is the juiciest thing here. So Pathfinder it is. My second action, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 for my trusty Pathfinder. Now we can pretty much safely ignore Frozen in Fear for a while. Let's see. Is there anything that discards? Do I want to draw cards? I think I want to move here. After you enter this location, take 1 horror for each point you fail by. Okay, that sounds okay. I don't think I want to commit something. What happens here? Discard 1 card at random from your hand. Okay, that's something I don't like. So I'm going to commit 3 aces for 2 icons. I'm at 4 against 3. Do I want to commit 3 aces just for that? Be at 5 against 3. I would still discard a random card, which I don't believe I want. So I'm just going to take the test. -5. 1, 2 wouldn't have mattered. 3. Last action is going to be investigate 2 against 1. Yeah, investigate 2 against 1 using 3 aces to be up by 3. And there it is, but I don't fail. I'm just going to discover this clue. Then I'm going to test for Frozen in Fear. +0, that doesn't work. Draw a card, gain a resource. Doom number 3, so 2 Doom left. Ah, there it is, we have something we really want to pass. Lost Humanity. And I really dislike removing cards from my deck. Just like in any game, it's a card game, I want to have my cards. So, I believe that's something I want to use Forewarned on. Because I'm not going to take chances here. Next thing I want to do is actually draw some cards. So he still has aloof. For the time being, at least. I'm going to use Mr. Rook. That's why I have him. There's an astounding revelation here. So that's just another copy of Mr. Rook. Another use. Thinking Eureka. Might use Eureka, might use Cryptic Research. I would take Dream Diary, but I can't. So Eureka it is. Well, I can't play it. That's the point. So Eureka it is. First action is going to be Investigate then. Commit Eureka. I'm up by 3 now. +0, that works. That's my clue again. And I'm going to search top 3. I believe I want to take Elusive. Just so I don't have to bother with tests. Quick thinking is like, okay. So let's see, Elusive, and then move and take 2 actions to move again. That sounds reasonably enough. Elusive it is. I'm going to use Pathfinder to move here. I'm going to use my last 2 actions to move into this interview room. Okay, yeah. That's what you get for not knowing the scenario. Just going to waste my actions here. Frozen Fear? Nope. Draw a card. Gain a resource. Doom number 4 and counter cards. Yithian Presence. Okay, so that just means go around killing Yithians. Fair enough. Okay, so I am able to do some things. Question is, do I want to try and actually pass a test against 4? Is that something I want to use the relic on? I don't think something happens here, no. Because I would have to use the relic. But I don't mind too much. There's one card I don't like, this thing. And I think it's not worth even risking the 1 in 28 chance something. Because I believe it's a 2-off in the deck. So what I'm considering here is I could move here, spend 2 clues, engage him this way, and attack him, but the only really good option is Relic of Ages, and I still have 1 Mythos phase I have to survive. After that I probably have my Dream Diary. So just realizing that, Mr. Rook it is first. Chronophobia, that's what I'm going to do probably, because I can't heal it yet. Dream Diary, can still take it next turn. Let's see, 2 actions for that. Dream Enhancing Serum is nice. Do I have any practice skills? I have. So I'm going to take Practice Makes Perfect. Then I'm going to spend 2 actions to get rid of Chronophobia. I'm going to use Pathfinder to move here. I'm going to discard one card, which is going to be... Actually, I don't really want to discard cards. Let's see. I'm going to draw a card then. Okay, I have a good likelihood of passing Frozen in Fear. So I don't need one icon too much. So I'm going to discard 3 aces to move here. Okay. And I'm going to take my Frozen in Fear test. I'm down by 1. I'm up by 1. First of all, now I'm going to use Practice Makes Perfect first. Okay, so that's going to be 3 aces. So now I'm up by 1. I'm up by 2. I'm up by 3. -5. That doesn't work. And draw a card. Gain a resource. Upkeep this. Upkeep this. Doom number 5. Each investigator searches the top 9 cards for up to 2 items. Let's see. I have 3 items here. I'm going to take 1 segment and 1 mirror. Anything else that happens? Discard pile. Oh no, that thing again. If the custodian is in play and not controlled by an investigator, he's not in play, so I believe that thing takes the custodian. Okay, encounter card. Rotting Remains. So first of all, Mr. Rook. That's just going to be... quick thinking. I'm going to commit Relic of Ages for 6 icons, so I'm at 8. Quick thinking, I'm at 9. -2. Up by 2, so I'm just going to take an action immediately. 1, 2, 3. Play Dream Enhancing Serum. So far, so good. I'm going to enter my turn. I'm going to play Sleight of Hand and get a lovely Necronomicon here. Then the question becomes, I think I want to spend those 2 clues. So something happens. Set aside locations. Deconstruction room. Okay, let me just figure that out real quick. I think this is one of those. Laboratory is here. So Great Library is here. Observatory is here. Okay, this is the way. I should have chosen one at random. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3. Custodian. Okay, that's just something we want to do as well. And we have to do 3 things. So let's see which things we want to do. Pathfinder, this location. Okay, that's something we want to discover clues. Draw 2 cards. That's something to help us discover clues. Draw 2 cards. Yes, cryptic research, because I want to play that and be able to shuffle those back into the deck. Okay. I'm going to have to be careful not to draw too many cards, because I believe there's a mandatory scenario ending condition. I want to use my first action to just play the Dream Diary, because I'm sure I want to do that. Use my second action to investigate this location. Using... Do I want to do that? That's such a waste. I'm going to use knowledge as power to discover the clue. And I'm going to crack that case. So that's not my second action, my second. Okay. Case is cracked. And I'm just going to do that next turn. So I'm going to move. Do I want to move using 2 actions or not? Or do I want to start committing? Yeah, I'm going to move using 2 actions, I believe. I'm fine with that. Yes, maximum hand size. Good choice. So there's that. I'm going to get rid of Frozen in Fear. So I'm going to get +4 with Necronomicon. I'm at 2, 4, 8. Up by 5. Which seems good. Frozen Fear is gone. Okay. And then go into upkeep. Draw a card, gain a resource, gain a horror, and count cards, because I think -2 hand size there. So that means I have to discard Mr. Rook, I think. Yeah, Mr. Rook. Actually, let's see what cards. I don't need Expedition Journal. Oh, I could have just played this, so I don't need to discard more. And Expedition Journal is probably the weakest card. Doom number 1 and encounter cards. Okay, test 0 regardless of... Okay, that's a bit of a shame. So my modified skill value is 2 at the moment. I'm going to play Practice Makes Perfect. Shocking discovery. That's just going to be a crypt chill. I'm going to use Mr. Rook. Use an astounding revelation for 2 resources. Take the Relic of Ages to my hand. Then I'm going to use the relic to be up by 8. And just take that test. I don't fail. I don't discard anything. So far, so good. Crypt chill, 2 against 4. I totally fail. So that's just a dead Mr. Rook. Not sure if I shuffled. First action 1, 2, 3, Mr. Rook. Because Mr. Rook never dies. Okay, for sure Chronophobia. And then it's starting to get interesting. Do I want to discover the clue? Because I believe why not? So, occult evidence. I'm going to discover this clue here. And don't have any segments, so I'm just going to take cryptic research. Then it's like almost a shame to take actions to do that. I have sleight of hand and I'm pretty much ready to do anything. Question is, which way? Yeah, I'm too greedy. I'm going to play Sleight of Hand, Necronomicon. Draw 2 cards. I have another ace. Crack the case, okay. I'm going to draw, actually, yeah, draw another 2 cards. Okay, 3 aces, so far so good. I'm going to draw another 2 cards. Knowledge is power, okay. Okay, I'm going to play Cryptic Research and draw 3 cards. I'm going to take the test of the Custodian, committing 1, 2, 3, Quick Thinking, Perception. Anything else? Think nothing. So, draw a card for Perception. Actually, first of all, draw 3. Then draw a card for Perception and get an action immediately back. Which I have to immediately take, but I believe I can do those 2 actions here if I want to. So, Custodian is like here. And plus 3 resources, of course, for 3 aces. Hashtag ban Mandy. Okay, but actually I'm pretty sure if I'm just going to... Let me just check that real quick. So if I accidentally do this thing, I'm just going to mandatorily advance. So our biggest opponent this scenario is going to be a hand size because I'm not allowed to draw too much. Yeah, I'm not able to do this now. Two actions left. And I forgot to take essence into my hand. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 cards and counting. Okay, I have a segment I'm able to play. Can I get down to a reasonable amount of cards? Flocatus, Punisher of Greed. Yeah, good point, good point. I'm going to play Elusive, I believe. Just to move one. Literally just to save an action. I'm going to Pathfinder over here. And I'm going to discover the clue. And play like to crack the case for 6. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards in my hand. That's better. So now I'm actually able to take tests. Okay, just to make sure, I'm going to draw the Necronomicon. Sorry, I'm taking too long, but I really have to be careful not to end the scenario. So that's a reaction. I don't need to do that. I could. So Essence would be gone. That has no matching icon. That would be gone. So at worst, I'd be at 9 and I wouldn't be able to draw Essence, which would be fine. It's not like I... Oh no, actually I get the Necronomicon back to my hand. Huh. So I think it's a mistake to do it with Knowledge is Power. Because I can dump a whole lot more cards just investigating. So yeah, let's see. I'm not going to discover the clue with Knowledge is Power because that's actually too quickly. So that clue is still there, but not for long because I'm going to investigate here. I'm going to play Knowledge is Power to do something. To discover that clue. I'm going to investigate committing astounding percept... Oh no, I don't need to discover the clue yet. Sorry, now I have it. I can kill the enemy with that. Okay, so this thing is on the location. I'm going to commit a whole lot of things. So perception, astounding. Occult evidence. Eureka. And those two are going to be gone. Okay. I'm up by a lot. That works. So I'm going to draw a card for perception. I don't want to draw cards. And I'm going to search the top 3. Which is just going to be a segment. So far so good. I'm going to discover the clue. and play those to crack the cases. I'm going to play my last segment. Those are gone. A pendant is there. Okay, now I'm going to use the pendant to teleport here. And I'm going to attack the Yithian observer. Actually, I need to dump cards. Let me rethink that real quick, because I believe I'm going to draw 3 cards and just kill him that way right afterwards. So I'm at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards, which is fine because I'm going to get rid of those 2. Perfect. My last action is going to be take this test. 2 against 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'd be at 6 against 4. I'm not drawing cards for this test. I'm going to get rid of this and this. Going to have that back into my hand. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which should be fine. Okay, so taking the test, that is 4 icons at the moment. So it would be 10 against 4. Okay, that would be 10 against 4. But I could commit quick thinking, but that would be 7 against 4. So I'm not quite sure if I want to do that. I'm going to do it. That is a -2, so that just works, but not triggering quick thinking. But that's fine, as we realized we don't actually want to be too quick. So, unfortunately, we advance here. I don't have to perform the following task I want to do now, though. Yithian observers gain Hunter. Interesting. Not of our concern, though. I'm going to use Pendant to jump here. I'm going to play 1 knowledge's power and another knowledge's power, and this Yithian observer is deleted. So far so good, and I'm down some cards, which is nice. End of turn. Gain a horror. Necronomicon back to my hand. Upkeep. Draw a card. Gain a resource. Ha! Sorry. So far so good. Another Doom. And encounter cards. I have to draw 2 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, okay, I'm able to do it. So that's something. I either have to draw 2 cards and place 2 Doom on the current agenda, or take 2 Horror. So I believe I'm fine with just taking 2 Horror here. I was thinking if I want to forewarn that or not. Actually, did I? 1, 2, 3. Yes, I did. But yeah, 2 Horror is fine. I'm not going to use forewarned for that. Okay. Actually, I'm just going to draw it quick enough. I'm going to use for 1 for that. Because I'm not at the VP location, that's fine. Then my turn is going to begin. The investigation phase is going to begin. I'm going to trigger that reaction. And I'm going to draw a card. Horror here. Then I'm going to trigger Dream Diary to take Essence into my hand. So I'm at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards at the moment. Okay. I'm going to use Mr. Rook for 9 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm going to... Okay, if I trigger that, this scenario is just gone. I should have sleight of handed first. So I'm going to take Knowledge is Power. I'm going to use sleight of hand to play the Necronomicon. 7 cards in hand. I'm going to use the pendant to teleport here. And I'm going to... Actually, no. I'm going to teleport here. Everything is hard. I'm not going to teleport. I'm going to use discard a card, so I'm down by more cards, to move here. So I use this hall. I'm going to use Pathfinder to move here. Then I'm going to do this test using Practice Makes Perfect for a shocking discovery. Great library, where is that? Here. Okay, that's just something that's going to hunt, I guess. I have dissected an organ. No. Found the process. Activated the device. Huh. Okay, I think that's something over here. But I'm going to realize what year it is soon enough. Okay, so first of all, taking the test. Now I'm going to draw 2 cards. And I'm going to play another Practice Makes Perfect. Because why not? Astounding Revelation, that is Rook. And I believe it's going to be Quick Thinking. Yeah, Quick Thinking. So I draw another card. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still fine. Then I'm going to take the test. I'm going to commit. What kind of test is it even? Good thing to ask it now. Okay, 2. I'm going to commit my Essence of the Dream for 4 icons. I'm at 6. I'm at 7. I'm at 8 against 3. That's my first action here. -2. So I'm going to gain that action. I'm going to draw 3, or look through 3. Elusive, Mr. Rook. Going to come to the questions in a moment. Let me just plan my turn here. I'm going to take elusive because that's quick to get rid of. And of course, I'm going to realize what here. No, I'm going to activate the device. So far, so good. Now the question is, do I want to use elusive or do I want to use the pendant? Which is kind of a silly question. That's the kind of problem you usually want to have. Okay. I'm going to draw 2 cards. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. No drawing allowed anymore. Do I have a test I can use this for? Can move here, reveal one of those. Okay, so that's going to be my last thing I do. I'm going to play elusive. Just to move again. I'm going to discard Mr. Rook. Mr. Rook or 3 aces. Let's see, I'm at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards again, so I'm going to draw 2 cards. Okay, I'm going to discard Eureka to move again, because I haven't used this turn yet. Then I'm going to use an action to move over to this tower. Yeah, I don't care about that. That's just something to discover some clues from, which I don't even need to be here for. So the only question now is, I haven't realized what year it is, and I think here is finding the process. Okay. I'm pretty sure I forgot. No, I didn't. I was there. Might have forgotten it. Pretty sure I didn't discard like 2 cards somewhere. Okay, I moved there. I'm going to discover this clue. I'm going to okay, still be careful not to draw too much. 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I play Cryptic Research, I'm going to be at 9, which is fine. Okay, now I'm going to investigate for the last clue. I'm going to commit Quick Thinking. I'm going to commit Astounding Revelation. So I'm at 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to commit Relic of Ages. So actually I'm at 8, 9, 10. That works. Another action. And I have this clue. Still 2 actions and some things to discard or not. Okay, so I have used up Elusive. I haven't used the Pendant, but I don't need to. I don't want to be attacked because I don't need to. I'm going to move twice, I believe. Move here. And move here. Found the process. Okay. And here you're able to find the process. So far, so good. That's my turn. This one returns back into my hand. Actually, I didn't use Pendant. I forgot. It's fine. Draw a card. Gain a resource. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to discard Crack the Case. That one is for Chronophobia. So, Doom number 3. Encounter cards, locked door. I don't care at all. Could as well be a free card. Okay, now again, be careful. Sleight of hand for the Necronomicon. Let's see. I have 9 cards in my deck. Oh, first of all, investigation phase begins. I was at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so I'm going to use that to draw a card. Then I'm going to use Mr. Rook here to take Astounding. Don't have to draw that. And 3 aces. Okay. Are there any VPs here? No. Okay, that's fine. I have... So I need those 2 actions. I'm going to use my first action, spend 1 clue. And start this test. Now that I've started this test, I'm going to use Pendant to move here. And again, I started test, so that's something I want to pass. I'm going to commit Perception and 3 aces. Wow, I pass. 1, 2, 3, and draw 3. I'm going to draw another card for Perception. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so far so good. I did this test. Now I'm going to use 2 actions to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things I want to do. Ah, actually I can't do that because there's a Yithian enemy at my location. Okay, I actually have to respect that for 1 moment. I'm still doing the test just the way I did. Ah, no, I can't even commit the test, start the test. So no, I can't end it this turn because I I actually need to engage this thing. Or I need to discard this. But I think I want to kill him. Yeah, I'm just going to make it the least intrusive way. I'm going to use Pathfinder, move here. So far so good. I'm going to discard this presence, choose and discard 2 cards. I had those 2 in my hand for sure. So this is discarded. I'm going to move here, just with an action, because why not? Then I'm going to... that's my first action then. My second action is I'm going to start this test, and I'm going to do the rest just the way I did. Pendant, and do the test. Now just the question is how many cards to draw. Because I need one more action. I don't have it this turn. I could have tried, but I don't want to rewind too much, so do that. And I'm going to... let's see, he is just hunting, nothing important. I have cryptic research, I have forward. I need to get to 10 cards. I have like one action doing nothing. I'm going to draw 2 cards. I should have done it differently. Yeah, I'm just going to draw 2 because I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's fine. Yeah, my last action is just going to be nothing. Take a resource. Upkeep. Do I want to do something? Yeah, I want to discover like one clue somewhere. Here. Take this to my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still fine. Take the direct horror. Draw 1 card. Take like 1 horror again. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, actually I have 8 cards. An 8 card limit, right? 2, and I have 2. Yeah. 1 doom, encounter, and rotting remains. I'm going to use forewarned for that. Discard the clue. I don't even care what location. If there are no clues, yeah, doesn't matter. Going to draw 1 card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which is fine. I'm going to... let's see, 8 is fine. I have to draw... I'm going to use Mr. Rook. Even though I could die to that, right? But it's unlikely, so I'm just going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I can't have the essence in my hand. Okay, use Mr. Rook. Shocking discovery. Locked door. So that's here. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. I am going to use knowledge as power to discover this clue. Use my first 2 actions to do this last thing. He hunted to do this last thing. actually even easier. But nah, I'm going to use Knowledge's Power, just to be safe. Play Cryptic Research, draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. Last action, draw a card, and this scenario is over. Yeah, nothing interesting. Let's see. Some VP. Yeah, that was pretty much reflecting of my state of being. A bit tired today. So that was not too cohesive, I believe. Okay, everything else done. So I had... How do you like Practice Makes Perfect overall? For Practice Makes Perfect, I like it. I really like it. For Mandy, obviously, it's really good, just for the quick cycling. It's basically card draw acceleration. Card draw acceleration is always good. Even with so few targets, it's either reusing Perception, although that's not really necessary in True Solo. In multiplayer, I like it to use Deduction level 2, just to use like 4 deductions level 2 each turn, because why not? That's possible. What do I like? I haven't tried it in Mark yet, but I like it in Mandy. I don't really like Joe in general, so I'm not quite sure. Yeah, in Mark, obviously, I think what is it called? The home front should be a Guardian upgraded skill. Like, just print the home front because it's amazing. But in True Solo, like, the focus shifts a bit. In multiplayer, I'm using Mr. Rook to force the shocking discovery, and I'm using Mandy's ability on Practice Makes Perfect because deduction is actually pretty good, or deduction level 2. In single player, I'm usually using Practice Makes Perfect to force the discovery. How do you think the deck is going to be fixed? Take away Mandy's tutor ability. Yeah, we've talked about it so many times. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Resolution 1. I'm just going to go through the resolution real quick. Resolution 1 is here. 4 bonus. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 12 XP. Okay, I guess Key of Ease or something. I had 2 XP left. Anyways. The only problem with Mandy True Solo is get your first like 5 or 4 XP just past the first scenario, which in turn is really boosted by rogue cards like Slip Away or Decoy. Okay, so noted that down. Okay. Let's see how to fix Mandy here. That's a really good question. I don't use 3 additional cards, so I believe she would be probably less interesting using those 3 cards, because those cool shenanigans she can do with using her ability on Flare or calling in favors would be gone, but obviously 3 additional cards is just so much worse than 1 additional target in my opinion. can count using 3 additional cards on one hand twice or something. Like once where I had 6 cards and actively didn't want to draw cards, but wanted one specific card, so I said, okay, I'm going to search 12 of those 6 cards, because why not? And I think like once or twice on an Arcane Initiate, but where it's actually pretty useful to search for 6 if you're searching for your Deny Existence and you are really on your last 2 points. So an additional target is just way too good to pass. I think Necronomicon obviously is too good. It could be like removed from the game, or I don't know. I think it's fine if it's just combined with Knowledge's Power. So if you just play it once and use Knowledge's Power, or just keep it in your hand and use Knowledge's Power, it's still pretty good. And I believe it's worth 5 XP, but not the brokenness Sleight of Hand creates. I'm actually pretty baffled it's not protected in any ways. So I think something like, if the Necronomicon leaves play, remove it from the game. Because actually adding secrets is absolutely crap. Like, you can play truth from fiction, and even if we get an upgraded one, I'm not sure how good it had to be worthwhile. Might be, but probably balanced in a way. With Sleight of Hand, obviously broken. With Min and Scavenging 2, I don't know. I think it's still very powerful. Because replaying it for 6 secrets is fine. Playing it once for 6 secrets is, in my opinion, bad. I've had the discussion, but I agree it's fine. I wouldn't do it, but it's arguably on curve. So Necronomicon is one problem. What other problems? Pendant is obviously overpowered. We've talked about that enough. I believe hitting it in some ways should be good. Like, in this deck it's still overpowered. I didn't reshuffle it anyways. But you going to not shuffling the segments back into your deck, but instead discarding the segments would be good. I don't like being a 1 use, so I had suggestions to use the pendant and say, I don't think it cannot add charges, but to say, if it leaves play, remove it from the game and get the segment back. I think it should be fine with a non-elite clause on enemies, and with discarding the segments instead of shuffling them into the deck. Yeah, I don't know, it's just too much secret bullshit to hit 1 card. I think Mandy could have like -1 on all stats and still be too good. Like, I played a Seeker deck basically with a crappy Investigator, like this, where is it? I played the same deck without her ability, without her stats. Obviously the deck, the scenario is designed for that, and it's pretty easy. But still. Yeah, Mandy has the perfect stat line. I would like at least tone her down a little bit to like 2, 4, 2, 3. Take away her 5 intellect. Take away the option to go for 30 cards. Hit Rook with a reasonable taboo. I think like a boring one would be 3xp. A better one would probably be he takes an action now. I don't know, it's just the sum of its parts is way too good. Practice makes perfect. I think on its own it's fine. It's just with all the card draw, like Cryptic Research, in my opinion, shouldn't be hit. But still, it's just one more part of the deck. Like Metastrophic said, just all the quick effects you can add into one deck is just too much, and the ceiling has been broken. Quick Thinking, I think, is a fine card. Again, too good. I'm not even using Double or Nothing. I could go for Double or Nothing, Quick Thinking Shenanigans. I could go for an infinite combo. Knowledge is Power, in my opinion, it's too good. Just because it has no ceiling. Its ceiling is the best card in your deck. So I don't know, make it like cost 2 resources probably. Just to the problem is, I believe, just not having any costs on Knowledge is Power, on Pendant. Yeah, and just babbling around, reiterating all the things we've discussed many times over already. I believe Mandy is the most broken investigator in the game, and that's it. You've seen I had enough time and I messed up at several occasions, so still not a problem. Had 2 XP left, not even using them. Took an elusive because I thought, those first 5 turns I don't have items, let's take elusive. Worst things, it's going to be just as good as elusive. Just move for 2 resources and a card. Anyways, have a nice day. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it at least a little bit, and goodbye.